Okay, time to play the bane of my existence of Fear 3.
We were brothers, prototype commandos in the emerging field of psychic warfare. I was the favorite.
This is beyond
I
campy.
gave them what they wanted. I gave them blood. They say the synchronicity with my mother made me homicidal.
I mean, it did.
He was the first prototype. His enhanced reflexes made him an unstoppable killer. When my brother found me, he put a bullet in my head.
I mean,
The psychic link
he didn't really find him as much as he sort of sat
like a
down
curse,
and presented himself to him.
by blood.
Like, yo, you wanna help me free the mother of the apocalypse and start like a huge war? Or do you wanna shoot me in the head? And, you know, all things considered, he might have made the right decision.
We know you're the prototype. We know you killed your brother.
Of course you do, that was his main objective.
Where is she hiding?
Better question, why is Point Man in Mexico? What do you mean reunite? They were never united in the first place.
This is F.3.A.R operative Jinsu. Anyone friendly to the U.S. military, please respond. The airport has been blown to hell. Army camp cleanup crews are killing everyone they find. I'm hiding in the
Airport underground tunnels. I can't make it out of here on my own.
I agree we must escape, but for her.
What do you mean we? You can walk through walls. Okay, a few questions. Just a few. Where's Rowdy Betters? Like, he survived Fear 1. Where's Douglas Holliday? Where's Genevieve Aristide? Where's Manny? Why is Paxton dead when he was revived in Fear 2 Reborn? Why is he dressed like that? Why is he balding? Why is Point Man in Mexico? Oh boy. I turned the music off.
Who cares?
How quickly it all returns to you.
How long have I been in Mexico? So like, I feel like it needs to be said. I don't like this game. It shouldn't have been made by the people who made it. There's story issues, character issues. I'll probably complain about 90% of it, just by the by.
The hell's going on in here? Oh shit!
Ooh, boy, it's spooky. It's spooky. Something's gonna come out of that cell. Oh. Why is the sound behind me? Man, those, that score thing in the bottom of my screen, that's really immersive.
Take care with your flashlight. It will give you away.
Hold up! Behind the crate!
Oh boy, it's the shotgun. The worst weapon in the entire game, and not because it sucks functionally. It is strictly because of the clip. Ooh, the clip. Okay, here we are. Here, look at this. What? If you still don't understand my problem with this, where is he storing those giant clips? You know, I don't want to get all of my meaty points out of the way too quickly, but I think we need to talk about the level design seriously in this game. Because in the first two games, you can ask my friend Jason, who I streamed the game to very recently, you can get lost in Fear 1 and Fear 2. Fear 1 predominantly, because the maps are just so winding and they like, the paths curl in on themselves, and like, I think I was on ATC headquarters, at the part where, you have to fix something for Mapes, the cheesy puff dude, and like, I walked around in circles for like 3 minutes, because I couldn't figure out where I was meant to go. And you know something, I like that. I really love that. I love that I can get lost, because it feels real, you know? I mean, there are a couple areas that are like closed off that they don't want you to get into, but there's enough open to where it feels real, you know? I'm in a strange building that I don't know the layout of, and I'm going in circles, trying to figure out where I am. In this game, you know, any alternate paths are either inaccessible or blocked off, and you are forced to go on this really straight, linear path through the entire game, and like every level is like this. Every level is insanely linear, and it is nothing like the level design of the first two games. And like, Fear 2's level design wasn't as confusing as Fear 1's, and I do believe that hurt it just a tiny bit, but Fear 2 still felt like a Fear game. This game doesn't. And you know, say goodbye to intelligent AI, of course. You know, going from Fear 1 to Fear 3 is so jarring. You know, the gun sounds aren't as good, the AI isn't as intelligent, the maps aren't as good, and it's not even not as good, they're absolutely god-awful compared to the original. You know, just something off-brand that vaguely resembles, you know, what you're going for. Fear 3 feels off-brand. It feels like somebody tried to make a fan continuation of Fear 3, you know, like they do with Half-Life 3. And they failed miserably. Hunt down the Freeman. Like, all the parts where the enemy actually knows where you are and, like, says where you are, unlike in the previous games, it's scripted, like, oh, he's on the stairs. Because they're scripted to say that. You play through it every single time and they're scripted to say, oh, he's on the stairs. But in Fear 2, anything you take cover behind, they're like, oh, Fear 1 and 2, they're like, oh, he's hiding behind the pillar, he's hiding behind the desk, he's hiding behind the wooden donkey on the stage at the elementary school. You don't get that in Fear 3. You know, and don't even get me started on the stinking co-op crap, you know, like, ooh, psychic links, share or steal. Ooh, collect the Alma dolls, get extra points, and you get that big thing in the bottom left hand of your screen telling you what a good collector you are. Oh, I love it. I wanna die. Oh no, it's dark. No flashlight, no flashlight battery, by the way. That was something they took away in Fear 2, I think. Because I don't remember there being a flashlight battery in Fear 2. It would just flip out when you didn't want it to. But in Fear 2, you know, I didn't notice it too much. You noticed in Fear 1, and boy oh boy, there goes Harlan Wade. I think I need to, like, reiterate something. Well, not reiterate, but talk about something before I get comments. Douglas Holliday died. No, he did not. He died in a non-canon expansion to this game. How do I know it's non-canon? Well, A, it was stated to be non-canon, and B, Jin died in the same expansion, but she's alive in this game. No health indicator, no medkits, no reflex boosters, no health boosters, no data collectibles. I mean, this game's missing a lot. It's missing a lot of the stuff that made Fear, Fear. You know, immersion is key in a horror game, but if I'm getting those little pop-ups on the bottom of the screen every every time I do something, it's taking me out of it. Genuinely. Why am I collecting corpses? Were these people psychics? And I'm sapping their psychic energy? Next issue, cutscenes. The previous games didn't have them. Well, the previous games had a couple. Not too many of them. This game has a cutscene at the beginning and the end of each level. And some of them, like, they break your immersion too, like they take you out of the first-person perspective. None of the cutscenes in the previous game did that. Or in F.3.A.R 1. Any cutscenes, they kept you within the perspective of the character you were playing, except for one cutscene at the beginning of F.3.A.R 1, where it was showing the helicopters showing up at the water treatment plant. Best son! Oh, I'm a good boy! You can do that level, like, twice as fast with F.3.A.R, by the way. He is so OP.
You still don't remember, do you?
I don't care! Point Man, determined why is... Okay, Point Man, determined to find Jin, leads his brother on a search for a way back to Fairport. Why is Paxton tagging along? He could literally go anywhere he wanted. How did I get to Mexico? Cause last time we saw Point Man, he was in a helicopter escaping the blast zone. Nobody knew how he survived. He was with Douglas Holliday and Jinsun Kwan. Alma climbed aboard the helicopter, and it's implied that they crashed. But they crashed in Fairport, which is in the northeastern United States, I'm pretty sure. Why is he in Mexico? Did he walk? It's a long walk. Oh, here's something else they do. You lose your weapons at the beginning, almost all your weapons at the beginning of each level. That's totally fun. Nothing carries over. There are trees in the sewers. And there's a naked Slender Man following us around. That's cool. He makes gross, squishy noises.
I hear something. Med, Echo 3-1.
Mom, I don't want to stay around Grandpa anymore. He freaks me out. You're a big help. I feel like that was them trying to pull off what F.3.A.R 1 did whenever Paxton came around the air conditioning unit and smacked you in the face with a 2x4. But in this case, the Point Man had every warning before opening that door, and he's just... okay. Guess I'll just die.
Echo Squad's gone dark. Hey, we don't get a leash on this subject, because then it'll have us all twisting in the wind.
Apparently you haven't had a leash on it for 9 months, so I'd chill out. Where did I get the green sweater? Like, there's a lot of questions that I'm asking right now.
Scanning for target. Get some reinforcements in there.
I think there was a comic that explained it, but you had to, like, pre-order the game to get it? And how many people pre-ordered this? Genuinely. And I'll hear people asking, why aren't you using the cover system? I hate cover systems like this with a burning passion. Okay, F.3.A.R 1 and 2 did not have a cover system that glued you to your cover. They just let you crouch behind it. And F.3.A.R 1 had a leaning system. They got rid of it in F.3.A.R 2 because I don't think a lot of people used it anyway, but it was cool to have the option.
Command, Charlie 6-8, ABC supported.
Is there any explanation as to why they're just shooting random civilians? 'Cause like, ATC is a bunch of crazy people, but like, I don't think they ever were killing civilians. I think it was the replicas killing civilians. Oh yeah, by the way, where are the replicas? Because last time I checked, there were still quite a few left. And as far as I'm aware, there are no replicas in this game, or any remnants of them. Like, there's not even like a line in the game explaining like, oh, in the 9 months you were missing, they found and rounded up and killed all of the replicas. Ooh. Oh, okay. Apparently my extra mouse buttons throws grenades. Well, that's interesting. Sniper rifle. Yeah, if you want to try and use the sniper rifle as Paxton, you're gonna have a hard time. Oh god! Because the sensitivity is absolutely terrible. Honestly, the best tactic in this game is just run in, guns blazing. Where'd I go? Mech support! Boy oh boy. Get this out of my inventory right now. I love sniper rifles in games usually, but not in this game. No, no, no. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. Hold on. Look, Satyr, branching paths! No, not branching paths. A bunch of dead ends, and sometimes there's loot. Sometimes there's an Alma doll here. Right now it's just a grenade. The game warns you too, like, whenever people are gonna bust through a door, it's... Oi? Oh, it's Portuguese. Honestly, I think the only mechanic in this game that is crossed over is the slow-mo.
What's the ETA on that mech support?
Mech support? Boy oh boy! Don't you... What do you mean so much for an easy escape? Mechs in this game are like... It's like they're made of paper unless they're being driven by you. And boop. Done.
We need to follow that helicopter.
Okay, bazooka can go away. Give me sniper rifle.
Deploying Hotel 57.
You know, you can... if you're quick enough and careful enough, you can just run past that guy without killing him. Okay. See, I didn't even have to fight the mini-boss. Did no one tell them?
I never doubted you for a second.
Why are you even here?
He kept everything from us.
Nobody watches the security cameras. Nobody.
He
This
never
is why no one ever figured out
others.
that Paxton was being spoken to by a dead ghost woman. The brothers returned to Fairport. These screens are so stupid and I hate them and I wish they didn't exist. And the intervals are so short.
So, tell me, what does it feel like to kill your own brother?
I don't think he cares.
Say, I enjoyed it very much. You didn't even bother to question your orders, did you? You just did as you were told.
I mean, why would he?
You know what I think? I
think he does.
That's what gets you on the run.
I think he's totally cool with shooting a crazy cannibal.
You're fucking insane going back to Fairport. You won't last a minute down there. If we don't get you, those freaks will.
How did he wake up so lucid? Like, how did he know?
Sounds like Armageddon.
If I get hit in the head and I pass out for a couple hours, you know what? I'm not gonna wake up and I'm not gonna think, like, I'm not gonna know exactly what's going on. Like, has he not moved? Is he not breathing? Did you not know he was there and alive the entire time? Like... Oh, well, there he goes. He's dead. He's getting ate. Boy, oh boy. We're in a Sam's Club. Sam's Club is where the apocalypse starts. This was totally modeled after a Sam's Club. There is no way. Birthday cake. You know, some people might ask, how did they find this many candles in this store? And I challenge you, have you ever been to a Sam's Club? It is the American surplus store. It is just the place you go to buy too many of one thing that you might need, but definitely not in the amount that they provide it. Ooh. I didn't even turn my flashlight on. I'm not turning it on. I felt like that was them trying to pay an homage to that one scene in Fear 1 where Spencer just slowly peeks around the corner, but the scene in Fear 1 was insanely creepy. Though I feel like it would have been helped a lot if they hadn't played that sound cue. Like, without the sound cue, and just walking on your merry way and noticing him slowly peeking around the corner. I feel like that would have been a whole lot more creepy. I don't need your paths. Oh, there's an invisible wall.
Make no mistake, we are being hunted.
I am being hunted. You're a ghost. Ooh. I see a lot of homages to scenes in Fear 1 that are just there for reference's sake. Like, they could take so many hits, and I don't know why. Like, they're just wearing hipster vests, and I can't even remember the name of the shoe, actually. Converse? Yeah. I used to be super into them when I was in high school. Because I was one of those, like, wannabe scene kids. Like, see, like, that whole style's so cool. I want my hair over my eye, and... Oh my. Ooh, she's gonna be behind me. Ooh. Ooh, the Uzis. These are the best guns in the game, and nobody can convince me otherwise. These things just tear them apart. Oh, I've never seen that. I didn't know they could block my knife. Wow. I have like 90-something hours in this extremely short linear game, and I have actually never seen one of them block a knife swing. Credit where it's due, that was pretty interesting. I didn't turn on my flashlight. The game keeps turning it on for me. Why? Uzi ammo, yes! Don't touch me, Grandpa, please. I'm not in the mood for this. I just want to look for Uzi ammo. Thank you. Oh, no. One thing that that wasn't very clear in Fear, it was implied that Harlan Wade was, like, one of the DNA donors for the prototypes, but they never confirmed it, so, like, in reality, is he Grandpa Dad? Or is he just Grandpa? How do these people have the mental stability to create a suicide vest?
I would take care to keep them at a distance.
Does C4 explode when you shoot it? Mom. Hi, Mom. Oh boy, it's an arena.